Hey guys, so this is another first impressions video, and this time it's for Hemorra. And finally, guys, we are free! We are freaking free! We finally have the jiggle effect again! Look at that! Oh my god! Oh! We have been terrorized by the women feminists of this game that had forced the developers to eliminate anything that is this cute and this cool on female characters. And it's back! And it's back! I can't believe I'm saying this, but I mean, after seeing it after so long, it's so refreshing. We are free, guys. We can finally get some jiggles. Look at that! Okay, back to the usual programming. So, Hemorra, skill, average speed, usually pretty good. Swings a massive bone side to harvest enemy souls, dealing 524% total damage in 5 hits. Alright, harvesting total souls, yeah, I'm gonna show you a fight later to show you what that means. But it does make me worry this 5 hits, because if you activate this versus an enemy Luna, you're gonna get countered a lot, and damage is gonna come back by a lot of that. So be very careful in activating that versus Luna. To all enemies heroes. Consumes all reaping stacks, dealing an extra 60% damage per stack, and reduces their accuracy by 20% for 3 turns. So this is the downside. So if you have her at +1, you probably may want to just not use her skill at all, to just keep the stats, because these stats are going to help you a lot, and I'm going to explain that a little later. But the main reason why you're going to activate this is for the accuracy, so you can even miss even more, but we'll talk about that a little later, don't worry. Reaping increases dodge by 3% and reduces damage taken by 3% up to 10 stats. Cannot be dispelled. So in other words, you're going to have 30% dodge and 30% damage reduction. So that's why you may decide to not activate the skill to keep these stacks, especially if you're +1. +1 is very powerful. Because if you don't activate your skill, you're always going to have these, and this is going to make her survive a lot more. Passive, when an ally dodges, all allies gain 3% damage penetration for 5 turns, up to 10 stacks, and Hemorra gains 1 stack of reaping. So same thing, but at the same time, every single hero in your entire team gets 30% damage penetration. Very freaking powerful. Very, yeah, it changes your game for sure. For sure, guys. Now, for Awakenings, +1. When dodging, restores 15 mana, not 50%, 15 mana, up to 5 times per turn. When casting a skill, dispels the buffs from the target, increases their damage taken by 30%, and increases the caster's dodge by 20% for 4 turns. So that is a very good amount. But as I said, I'm worried that if you lose these stacks, you're going to be more liable of actually getting the damage. But when she activates, you're going to get the dodge. So yeah, I still need to do more testing to see what's better, what's not. But for now, yeah, I'm just gonna test it, guys. Don't worry. But this is really good. 30% more damage taken is no joke. That is boss-defying damage right there. Or more than anything, PvP. PvP is gonna be a lot more powerful. +2 is 8% plus 20 less damage taken from purple heroes. That is interesting, because so if you expect to receive a lot of attacks from purples, maybe you can take that into account. +3, this is where everything changes. That's the thing. When dodging, there's a 20% chance to restore 10% of the lost HP and gains 30% shield unstackable, up to 4 times per turn. So that's going to supposedly help you survive more. But this is the one that actually changes everything. At 10 reaping stacks, consumes all stacks to deal 750% total damage that ignores shields in 3 hits to all enemy heroes. Active skills no longer consumes reaping. So it's now pretty much just by dodging, you're gonna lose the stacks. So there's gonna be a moment in which you're not gonna have this protection of 30% dodge and 30% damage taken. So it's a juggle. So will you want to do an insane amount of damage and ignore shields and be open to taking more damage? Or would you actually just want to keep the stats all the time, not activating the skill? That is something I need to test and confirm. But once I reach to +3, I have no choice but just stay with the strategy that I'm here, for sure. +4, the same as the +2 and the +5. When a purple ally dodges a skill, Hemorra gains 1 extra stack of reaping. That's another stack of protection. When an Idrith ally dodges a skill, Hemorra gains 1 extra stack of reaping. Only 1 dodge of each skill counts. So, in other words, you're gonna get a bunch of these all the time. It's once you get into +5. In that case, at 10 reaping stacks, remove any effects that render self unconscious or unable to cast skills. So this is pretty awesome. So at this point, you'll be able to get the 10 reapings like all the time, and you'll be able to get immunity. But when you're actually dodging and doing counterattack damage with Luna, for example, you don't need this protection from rendering unconscious and things like that, because it's just gonna go off and that's it. In that case, even if you activate, you know. But I have to, as I said, I need to test everything, and honestly, I am very, very excited about this hero. But there is a downside to this hero, and there is only one. The thing is that everything she is missing, everything she needs, Luna gives it to her. So she does it. She is not an immortal hero. Luna gives her immortality when she's at +5. She needs a little bit more dodge from here and there. She's not activating the skill. Luna gives her more dodge when she goes off. So yeah, I'm going to demonstrate that right now. Which before doing this video, I decided to do just a random attack versus this guy, which this team is very freaking powerful, by the way. And you're not going to see she's doing a lot of damage, but yeah, when you're playing this game, it's not more the damage. It's more of actually making things happen. So I'm going to explain this more than anything. And the thing is that, yeah, even Luna gets frozen right out the bat, so it's going to be a little bit harder to make her go off. However, I do have Shadow Luca here. And by the way, remember that my hero is just +1. So my strategy here is not activating her skill and just making sure that that she keeps the stacks the entire time of the fight. I don't want her to die. That's the only thing that I'm thinking about right now. But I'm going to free Luna now. So she's able to activate thanks to the free activation from Shadow Luca. Shadow Luca is super important. And by the way, we do have 3 of her own faction. So everybody has 20% dodge right now. So I'm right now deciding who to activate first. And I go for Luna. Because Luna, I mean, she's going to give the dodge to our Hemorra here. So yeah, now things are gonna get tough. Check this out. You hear that? You hear that? Those are the stats that she actually gets here. See here, 10% dodge and 10% 30% dodge, 10% and damage reduction and defense penetration. So we lost our hero here, Luca, because she didn't have any protection. If she were able to activate one, she'll be able to survive, but she didn't. But look at this. Look at all the damage that's going on. This is not normal. This is not normal for me when I fight this guy. So the 30% more damage penetration is actually being very, very useful when your Luna is doing all this extra damage here. Look at that freaking damage. That is insane. Now, we'll be able to actually survive this guy because he's about to go off in a second. So yeah, I haven't activated her skill once in the entire fight. Check this out. Let's do it slowly. You hear that? But look at all that damage. But remember that this guy has the ability to not take any more damage when he reaches 50% here. So now it's only her and this guy, and she's at +1. Look at this. Oh my freaking god! Oh! See what I mean? That it doesn't matter if she's the one that's doing the most damage. It's the hero that makes it happen. That's what really counts. Even if my Luna died, she powered up my Luna to do 30%, to have 30% more damage, defense penetration. So that's going to raise her attack by a lot, and she's going to make herself dodge more, and she's going to do a lot more damage there even more. So I'm very excited about this synergy for sure, because Luna and her, clearly it is a very powerful combination, and it is one of the key heroes to take down Gar. This guy is the main reason why you actually need to use Luna. Luna in general is an amazing hero in general, for sure. So after seeing that, I have a lot of hopes for actually using her. Because if she's going to raise the dodge, she's going to raise the defense penetration of my Luna and my other heroes. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of potential to using her in PvP. So, yeah, I'm going to continue to summon her and get her even higher than she already is. Yeah, but once I get her to +5, I wonder that... I'm sorry, once I get her to +3, I wonder that by her losing her stacks, by losing the dodge, losing the wait a minute, it's... let me show you here. It's better for me to show you. Losing the dodge and losing the damage taken. Because once you actually get her to +3, there's going to be a point in which she loses all these 10 stacks by 700. I'm just going to show you. It's better for you to just show you. It's just real quick here.
Is not an end.
Just real quick here. So I show you what I'm talking about. It's better to just show you.
My service.
Alright, activating her skill. Alright, so everybody activate. So let me show you here. Look at her stacks here. You see 3, 4, 8, boom, it disappears, and then boom, and again, and a boom, and again, and boom, and it's killed. So it is impressive to see. It's impressive to see how she actually loses the stacks and does a bunch of damage. But the moment in which she loses all of her stacks, will that 30% dodge and 30% damage, less damage taken, will that open the door for my enemy to kill Hemorra in that case? So that worries me. So that's something that I have to actually see and test out. But for now, her at +1, I'm happy with her very freaking much. Because she's not losing her stacks to be able to dodge and receive less damage taken. And as you can see, at +1, she worked very freaking well with Luna. Very, very, very freaking well with Luna. So I'm very happy with her at +1. I hope that if I get her to +3, will that take away her advantage of, you know, dodging and taking less damage, and then she actually dies from the dragon? But we'll see, because some people tell me that she is absolutely amazing, crazy, and that person told me that she was a +1. And then another player that has her at +5 tell me that she's absolute trash, but he doesn't use Luna. So yeah, that's a problem. He doesn't use Luna and doesn't want to use Luna. So yeah, in my opinion, you need to have Luna next to Hemorra to do amazing things. That's my impression for now. But as usual, I'll continue to test and I'll let you guys know later in other videos, guys. Alright, guys, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please leave in the comments and we'll talk about it. Right? Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.